There is nowhere, nobody brags with revelation in this generation. There are dimensions upon dimensions. You will find, you will listen to men of God come up with truth from one angle to the other. People have pieces Greek and Hebrew to the core. So you don't impress anybody with just Greek and Hebrew or revelation. No. You may be saying something somebody learned 20 years ago. Just because he's nodding does not mean he's impressed. But that weightier matter of the spirit is when your life in truth, and you see, brothers and sisters, the glory of God that stems out of a life of true holiness and righteousness is reflective. People can discern when you and your message are one. It's not by the huskiness of your voice. They know when you stand true before God, you can preach with conviction, knowing that by the grace of God my conscience stands clear, that I have obtained the grace of God and I have taken advantage of what it provides, and I can be a communicator of life. You have listened to many messages. You have so many of them on your phones. You have attended several other conferences. Next year, by His grace, you are coming here again. Some of you already, you are preachers with power and signs and wonders, seated here in this congregation looking at me. Just because you are seated somewhere at the back does not mean you are not anointed. So I'm not doubting the anointing upon your life. I'm not doubting the fact that you are a preacher of fire. I'm not doubting the fact that after this conference there is even another program you are going to. Let's sit down and allow the purging of the spirit to produce something in us that is capable of releasing life into men. You see, let me tell you, when you minister to men, you transfer every experience you have to them. I can be suffering from lust now, God forbid, but I'm just giving you an example. I can be suffering from the spirit of lust and come and minister to you. You will be surprised that you will receive grace for prayer, and with it is another addition. You will leave a conference full of prayer, but you will be surprised that all of a sudden some thoughts begin to come to your mind. It is the limitation of my impurity that was transferred to you. That's the reason why a man of God must stay with God and be true. It's not just the hunger to lay hands, the hunger to minister. Lord, what is leaving me to the people? Can He build them? The fact that people are standing up from a wheelchair, I don't downplay the place of miracles. A number of you here follow our ministry and you know what God is doing. I don't downplay these things, but I am telling you this, brothers and sisters, listen to me. More than all these things, the real key is your life, not your songs, not your preaching, not the activities, your life. Let my life be the temple of your spirit. Let my spirit feel the warmth of your embrace. Let me be a holy habitation where your spirit is pleased to dwell. Oh Lord, I want to know your glory. I want to offer a sacrifice of praise. Fill this temple, Lord, with your spirit once again. Listen, what happens to you when you die? Nothing in this world can move you again. Nothing. It doesn't mean you will not have the gifts God will give you. It doesn't mean you will not have the honor God will give you. But you have come to a point where you are separate from these things. Believe me, brothers and sisters. A point in your life where somebody can look at you. You can look at ₦1 billion and say, Lord, I love you more than this. And if this will take your place in my life, let it go. And you don't go and cry later and say, I was foolish. No. I know how you are dead by what you can give up for him. Show me. When you say, Lord, I love you, he doesn't say, I believe. Show me what you have laid down for me. I lay it all down again to hear you say that I'm your friend. Listen, show me the pride that you laid down. Show me how you exalted him above marriage. Show me how you have exalted him above money. Show me how you have exalted him above anointing, above ministry. Where does this sit in your heart? Not just that he's there, where in your heart? Listen to me. I stand before the God of my salvation, before his people, and I tell you this, ask God, there is nothing in my life today that I cannot give God. Nothing. Nothing. You've heard me say it. If the Lord tells me this is my last ministration in my lifetime, I tell you the truth, people of God, as I close this Bible, there is no counselor that will make me open it as a preacher again. I love him more than ministry. I love him more than titles. I don't use him. I love him. I don't use his power. I love him. I show you where you are missing it. You are trying to use the anointing to get success. You are trying to use him to get fame. You are trying to use him to prove to the people in your village you are not a failure. You are trying to use him to get a wife. Use him to get a husband. You are trying to use him to get 5 points. You are trying to use him to go abroad. You are trying to use him. And he says, is that all I am to you? Is this all I am to you? Something that you use to get your fame. When you are there, you now say, Lord, thank you. You have been an effective ladder. I use you to climb to this level. Now that I can get ministry open doors, please remain. The day I feel like I'm coming down, I will use you. And here he stands and says, Foursquare students, is this all I am to you? All I am to you is a giver of anointing. All I am to you is a giver of marriage. Nothing wrong with it. All I am to you is a giver of fame. All I am to you is a giver of gifts. All I am to you is a giver of power. No, I'm more than that. I'm more than that. I'm more than that. I come to introduce to you tonight a God that wants your all, not your talents. Your all, not your gifts. Your all, not your mouth. Your all, not your finances. Your all. And that whatever price it will take to not only know him but to serve him, that you are willing to pay it. I show you a living sacrifice, one who will be used mightily in this time. I show you one who God will carry the prayer requests of others and give you as a gift, because you have proven to him that there is nothing. He is everything to me. He is my life. I don't do it because I'm a preacher, brothers and sisters. By his grace, I have seen the grace of God. But you see, the more I see God do great things through my life, the more I return back to a point where, truly speaking, let me tell you, I love you more than these things. Sometimes I look and I say, God, look at what you do with my life. And he says, you can choose to stop. Me? Stop? I love him. I love him. I don't use him. I love him. There is nobody and nothing in this life that will take his place. Not gifts. Let the gifts go. Let the gifts leave me. Let people suspect I went to a herbalist. It's better, at least, if it will retain my position. Do you love him that much? I'm showing you what death will do to you. Prayer warrior, do you love him so much? I know you pray, but do you love him? Because if you love him and you fear him, it will be your delight to please him. So I will not come and destroy a dear lady or a dear gentleman. I will not come and preach a lie and smuggle money out of your pocket. I love him too much. It's not that I'm afraid of hell, it's that I love him too much. It is my joy and my pleasure to live my life as a trophy to bring him glory. To say, Lord, as you search the 7.2 billion people in the earth, would you come across a young boy who loves you with his all and will give anything for you? It's true.
I will not end like this. No.